Hello friends, welcome to our latest installment on WHT TV. And in this episode, I'm going to talk a little bit about some miscellaneous provisions in new legislation. Kind of a grab bag of different things that I've discovered that may be of interest to you. First is regarding student loans. Now there's no payments that are going to be due on the student loans from now until September the 30th. And these are federal student loans that this applies to, which would not include Perkins loans, loans from state agencies, and private lenders, such as Discover, Sallie Mae, or Wells Fargo. And these private lenders and state agencies may offer some relief to you, so you have to check directly with them. But there will be no payments due on federal student loans until September the 30th. And that doesn't mean that you can't pay. You can go ahead and pay. Interest should not be accruing during this time period. So you make sure to check your statements when you get up to make sure that interest is not accruing on amounts outstanding. Now, another area that has changed a little bit is in relationship to retirement accounts. Now, for 2020 only, there are no required minimum distributions from retirement plans. Normally, once you turn 70 and a half, you're required to take a certain amount out of your IRA or 401ks. And those rules have been suspended for 2020. Now, you can withdraw up to $100,000 from your retirement accounts this year without incurring the normal 10% early withdrawal penalty. And you can spread the tax that you'll have to pay on that $100,000 over the next 3 years. And if you return the money within those 3 years, it won't be taxable. So there's going to be a lot of bookkeeping and a lot of paying attention to how you pull money out of retirement accounts this year and how it's repaid and how it gets taxed. So make sure you save your records on that. The last bit that I want to talk to you about is some miscellaneous provisions. One that I really like a lot, and that is even if you don't itemize your deductions, you can take a $300 charitable contribution deduction on your personal tax return. Normally that's only for itemizers, but now there's going to be a new line item that will allow you to deduct that even when you don't itemize. And that's not just for 2020 apparently. That's going to carry forward. Now, I don't know that this is going to apply to a whole lot of people, but there's no limitations against your adjusted gross income for charitable contributions made during 2020. So if you made $1 million in 2020, you can deduct a 2020 or $1 million charitable deduction in 2020. Normally that would be limited to $500,000 or $600,000. That is a 2020 only benefit. Again, I don't know how many people are going to take advantage of that, but it's out there for you. The last thing I wanted to run across is the nationwide eviction moratorium for renters whose landlords have federal mortgages. So if you can't pay your rent, hopefully that won't be the case for anybody at all, but if you can't and your landlord has a federal loan, they can't evict you. That's good for 120 days. And they can't charge you any late payment fees or penalties either. Thanks for joining us as we go across some of these new items that we're learning. We'll keep you up to date as much as possible, but keep in mind things change by the hour and certainly by the day. So thank you for joining us again, and talk to you soon.